August 15, 1954. I want to mark this day by the expression of a long cherished wish, that of becoming an Indian citizen. From the first time I came to India in 1914, I felt that India is my true country, the country of my soul and spirit. I had decided to realize this wish as soon as India would be free, but I had to wait still longer because of my heavy responsibilities to the ashram here in Pondicherry. Now the time has come when I can declare myself. But in accordance with Sri Aurobindo's idea, my purpose is to show that truth lies in union rather than in division. To reject one nationality in order to obtain another is not an ideal solution. So I hope I shall be allowed to adopt a double nationality. That is to say, to remain French while I become an Indian. I am French by birth and early education. I am Indian by choice and predilection. In my consciousness, there is no antagonism between the two. On the contrary, they combine very well and complete one another. I know also that I can be of service to both equally. For my only aim in life is to give a concrete form to Sri Aurobindo's great teaching. And in his teaching, he reveals that all the nations are essentially one and meant to express the divine unity upon earth through an organized and harmonious diversity.
Um, Good morning. Thank you for being here. We are making our schedule a bit. As you know, we are having a problem with the PA system, so they had the presentation which was supposed to be done. That was only a screen, and I was supposed to talk on that. So I think we could do that first, and then come back to the video that we have for you. Um, well, it's been now around 1.5 years. Our global started on 21st February last year. It started with 20 centers. I think policy all started converting back to it. Yes, where we are, we have currently 180 odd centers who are, uh, I don't use the word registered because it's nothing to be registering. It's something that 185 centers which are connected to each other. So we have as of 185 centers that are connected to each other. We have around more or less around 20-30 events which have been posted online. Many of them, the photos also they come up. We have a global album on the site and which is coming up. You can see all the photos there. The volunteering is also working out now. We have quite a few instances from India and from abroad where people, volunteers, have seen the requirement of the centers volunteering and they have approached the center and it's happening. So that is also a part, that was the part where it all began and it is working out for that. Then we have something where we concentrated around 2 months back to get some commercial products of the centers because the centers they have commercial products, but at the same time they are just selling in their store and there we have quite a few people living abroad who are really happy to take the produces that are happening in various parts of the country from ashram, obviously, Anushika cottage, handmade paper from AuroGlobal, they take it from Maroma and from many other units. But apart from these, there are many other small centers which also produce, and that is also being put up on the site. From this, we thought we should now go to something on education. And out of the 185 centers that we had, close to 50 plus schools were there. 50 plus schools who try and run with the vision of motherland. Sri Aurobindo, obviously they are commercial schools. They do follow a CBSE or ICSE or the state board syllabus, but still they have an effort to bring in the education in the light of motherland. Sri Aurobindo. With that, we found that many schools they do not have enough teachers with them. Uh, we have a pilot project. Then after that, with the schooling, Karnataka, they have a requirement of something on English teaching, and we had someone in Bengal who were willing to help out with the English teachers. So with that, we have tried to do an online teacher sharing program. Well, in AuroGlobal, we have seen that we start in a very different way and it ends up happening in a very, very different way than what we have always thought of. Even for this, we have this started, we thought it would be a class where a teacher online can take a class, but then we are now having the teachers actually training the teachers in Karnataka. So we are very happy in whatever way it happens, as long as the work is being done. This is something that we are doing on a pilot project. Now, these schools, the expectancy is that the receiver school will obviously be having something that they will be able to give forward to any other school as well. And then the ball will start to move. This is where we are. This has started this month, and we will have to see where it actually uh, where we end up in a few months from now. In the area of education, we have something else that we have tried to do. It is something on storytelling. So we have the mother's short stories. I think we have 70 of them or 70 odd of them. From the mother's short stories, we have grouped them into languages: Bengali, Urdu, Gujarati, Hindi, English, and all. So once, what basically happens is there is a narrator and the school. This also is again an online program where multiple schools are there, and one narrator basically reads out the mother's story and then explains it to them in the regional language. This is where we are trying to do. We have done a rehearsal last 3 4 days, and we are starting it tomorrow. So we are starting it in Hindi, Bengali, and Urdu also. These three languages we are starting it tomorrow. Uh, After the education, we thought we had a very good idea from someone who's present here about the music. There are many music programs happening all over the country in their different languages. We wanted to have a place where all the devotional music in different languages can be put up in a single page. So one page having different languages of devotional music, all of them related to Mother Aurobindo only. The centers would be having the dashboard from where they can upload. Individuals will be able to send it, and we will be publishing it. So we have kept a filter for the individuals. The centers they can upload it by themselves. Uh, this is what the presentation was about. We have a few things we have been doing. These two things is something new that we have planned to do. Very happy to tell that we have revamped our whole website. So the site has been revamped. The look and feel has been maintained, but it's now a much bigger platform. Thank you so much. This was what was supposed to be following the video, but now I think we are prepared for the video to come. Are we able to do it at the back? No. Is it better? Sorry, sir.
For decades, our global family centers have been working with her grace. Over the past year and a half, for decades, our global family of centers have been working with her grace. Over the past year and a half, through continuous shared effort, AuroGlobal has been facilitating by being a digital bridge, now connecting over 180 centers worldwide, gradually transforming individual efforts into one unified network.
And this bridge is already full of life. It begins with the simplest form of connection, presence. Through our unified platform, centers are now broadcasting their local events globally. Seekers are discovering study circles, meditations, and workshops right in their own regions, arriving at welcoming doors that were previously hidden from view. Alongside this physical gathering, knowledge and inspiration are flowing freely across borders. Multilingual newsletters are being shared daily across the network, ensuring that our collective insights and shared spiritual heritage reach every corner in scripts and languages that touch the heart. But connection quickly turns into action. When the center needs hands, the network answers. We are witnessing real time matches between centers, hosting opportunities, and dedicated volunteers stepping up to serve. Through these very real, spontaneous exchanges captured in the everyday WhatsApp messages of our community. We see people crossing the world or simply crossing town to offer their time and energy exactly where it is needed most. Yet, to sustain our spiritual and community work, we must also sustain our physical realities. AuroGlobal provides a unified digital storefront that empowers our local units and artisans. By integrating creators onto a single global platform, we are bringing their conscious creations directly to a worldwide audience. It ensures that the dedicated work of our hands leads to true economic self-sustainability.
We have learned that we all carry a piece of the work. Every center, no matter how small, has a need, and every individual knows strength. Oro Global is our collective strength pool. By pouring our individual capacities into the shared space, the dream of unity takes physical shape. The bridge has been built and it continues to grow every single day. Now, let us cross the bridge together.
So as I was speaking to you about the presentation, I will not take time. We are already much beyond time schedule. Before what's happening, the strength pool is something I haven't spoken and missed out. I'm sorry. This is something that we all welcome. Anyone has any strength to offer to the centers, it's most welcome because with this we will form a pool where basically it will be a self-sustainable ecosystem. To talk to you about the education, the teacher sharing and the storytelling. This is for the music. The centers can upload and the individuals can have it sent across. I did not complete my presentation on purpose. On the education front, I have something that I would like. We had a meeting at AuroGlobal 2 days back, 3 days back, and SIRE, their educational initiative that the group there, they have quite a good number of modules that they actually work on. I think there would be, you want to say something on that? Or Ridwan? You want to say something now? Quickly?
Yeah, no. Good morning. My name is Aurobindo. I fallen into education when I was small in Aurobindo itself. And the last few years I've been working at Sri Aurobindo International Institute of Educational Research, which acts like an umbrella for all the educational and research initiatives within Aurobindo. So one of the things a few days ago when we had a conversation at Aurobindo, and the work of AuroGlobal was put forward, thought what would be interesting to share is some of the things that we've been working on, which connects each of us. For many of us, this question of if we look at integral education, right, we're looking at an education ideally that starts with that inner discovery. And many times what happens is, I mean, apart from sites, for example, a few spaces in Aurobindo and a handful others in the country, otherwise what we have is an education that follows a kind of hybrid system. So some kind of board examination, etc. And then we try to bring in perhaps some aspects of integral education, right? Which is a very interesting project as well, because it's looking at how do we bridge what the world is today to what the possibilities of the future are. But for the lines which are more directly into integral education, there would be first this question of the inner discovery, and then the organization, right, of the instrumental nature of body, life, and mind around that central aspiration, around that psychic center. So sometime back in Aurobindo, we were thinking, how can we propose ways, learn from what we've done so far, and formulate approaches that could be interesting for all the schools or even the university centers, the spaces for young people who would be interested by the question, difficult question. The world is changing very fast, right? We don't know what the world will be like in 5 years. Mother Aurobindo promised something very wonderful to us. So for those of us where that is alive in our hearts, there's a big sense of hope. But for many, many young people in the world today, the question of why do I even get up in the morning is there, right? Because this bad thing is happening, that bad thing is happening, that bad thing is happening, and then what? So the proposition was to say, okay, we don't know what the world will be like in 5 years. We know there will be challenges. What if we can propose an approach which says, how about we try to create a sense of enthusiasm in the face of challenges? So when challenges come, we know they will come. Instead of, what is happening? Why me again? Right? We go on occasion to progress. So when we started looking at all of how we have grown up, and I think for many, from what I've heard, friends who've grown up through the ashram school, this sense of adventure is there as well. This sense of the challenges is what made us grow, right? When the math teacher comes and says, let's go for a walk next door, small city next door. Okay, where are we going? Senji. So then it's a nice overnight walk, right? It's a habit that started in the ashram school that we picked up in Aurobindo. That's what makes us grow, more than only sitting in a classroom environment. So based on that, we looked at could we propose, let's say, over our secondary education, and then we can start from earlier or bring that in university level as well. Then we bring in something that we call the triple challenge framework. Right? If we say, okay, what kind of an individual do I want to grow into? What kind of an individual do you want to grow into? We start to look at that. And then we say, very good, now that there's some sense of an aim within our fine, we don't know how to formulate it, no problem. But let's start to propose for you to take up 3 challenges. 3 challenges in the body, 3 challenges in the physical, right? 3 challenges in the life force, in the vital being. 3 challenges in the mind. All organized around this aspiration. So for one youth, 16 is, okay, I will run a half marathon. And they start training. Somebody who is more in their body will choose something more demanding. Somebody who's not in their body at all, like many, many young people in this country, all over the world actually. Maybe just a walk every morning for 1 year. 20 minutes. Will start to be an anchoring. So this is one of the things we've been working on, something that we call the triple challenge framework. And now it's being linked up with different centers, learning centers around India, basically, to see could this be in time? Can we propose this as a means of evaluating the growth of an individual? Because sitting and passing one exam, my phone can do it better. It's a little bit sad. We know things are need to change, right? We don't have the approaches. So this is one initiative that we thought we could share along with these to these different centers and to whoever is in this room to begin with. There are more, but that's for another time. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, everyone. And today we have a mobile app which is being launched. It is basically it's a more convenient way. I would say it's the same database what is there in the website. Whatever you see on the site will be there in the app. Same. Nothing new. Like if you say what's new in the app, it's not something you will perceive in the site, but it's a more convenient way. We'll have maybe a notification if something is going around close to like 20 kilometers within your radius. If you have an event, it will send you a notification. We have many people who are outside Pondicherry and all. They don't know whether a center is there close to them. They might want to go and visit there. It will also send a notification on that. So in the app, we have the center details, events, volunteering opportunities. This might be a thing where more volunteering opportunities might flow in. We are expecting newsletters, commercial products. The strength pool goes hand in hand with volunteering opportunities. It's two parts of the. And then we have the mother's music, what is available to all of us online. We have put up in this app. It is more convenient, and then we have the emotional music and the whole global album. We currently have the site only on Android. We are working on the Apple. We have not got the for the required permission. It's taking us more time than expected because this app is pretty big. So the things are taking more time. It may be not in a month's time. What the iPhone. So I would I'll be requesting Manoj sir to inaugurate the app only for us, for all of us. Manoj should be active button. No. Sit. Actually, people, I think, one, so we have maintained the UI UX like what we have on the site. We have here for the centers, events, volunteering, strength pool. Next, we have for these centers, and the individuals and the events. We have done any here, which is there for the centers, events, volunteering, the ones which are there for the centers. For the individuals, we have strength pool and volunteering. For the education, we have teacher sharing, storytelling. For the music, we have the mother's music, audio and video, and about which basically it's about what all global is all. So these are the centers, and this is exactly what the like what is there on the site. I will not take more time because we are. Thank you so much. The presentation. Monica will be receiving a message from Savitri. Uh, Unfortunately, our mic is not ready. I'm sorry, I thought I have a mic somewhere completely placed close to Monica, but it's not happening. Yes.
Pavitra.
The triumph order was discovered here, of which the castle and extended range are the scant stuff of our material life. This overt universe, whose figures hide in the secrets merged in superconscient life, wrote clear the letters of its growing hope. A map of subtle signs, surpassing thought, was hung upon a wall of inmost light, illuminating the world's concrete images into significant symbols by its gloss. It offered to the intuitive exegete its reflex of the eternal ascending and descending to its light holds the secret kingdoms of the graded law, plunged from the everlasting into time. In the land of a glory of multitudinous mind and rich with life's adventure and delight, and packed with the beauty of matter's shapes and hues, climbed back from time into undying self. Up a golden ladder carrying the soul, tying with diamond threads the spirit extinct.
He explained very well slowly. He explained very well slowly.
Thank you, Manuja. Thank you everyone for being with us through all the technical errors and this is a very this proves that we are imperfect, but we aspire to be perfect. And this has been a very clear message, I believe, from Usman to all of us here, especially our team, that we have to break every barrier and go ahead. Thank you so much. I would like everyone to join us for a high tea now. And always, interaction is the most important thing to look forward. Thank you so much.